All right, we are here with the car that's garnering all of the media attention at the auto show, the Chevy Bolt. Just kidding, but I think still one of the most interesting options in the EV world, and certainly most compelling at its price point. So let's take a look.
That's right.
So the Chevy Bolt has actually been out for quite a while now, and I think it's continued to kind of run under the radar, with the sole exception kind of being lately with the battery issues that they had and then the battery replacements that they were doing. It turned out that that was almost a good thing because it brought a lot more attention to the Bolt, and because of the battery replacements that they were doing and basically upgrading all the cars out there, it meant that the used pricing on them became quite good, and even the pricing on the new ones has remained really stellar, especially as the industry has moved toward more and more expensive EVs. So it's obviously not a car that's going to turn a whole lot of heads. It really just looks like a car, but what you are getting here is quite a bit of space in a pretty small form factor. Definitely got a good amount of room back here, thanks to the lack of a hump in the middle here, since it is, of course, an EV. There's no drivetrain to connect there. And so, even with the seats back here, let's take a look. I've got a decent amount of legroom here. So not at all horrible. And with that, you have a USB-C and USB-A port here for charging devices in the back, little pockets and stuff for storage. And lack of a sunroof hurts a little bit here, but I do have a good amount of headroom, so I don't feel all claustrophobic back here. And I think you're gonna have two adults very comfortably back here, even for a fairly extended amount of time. Maybe a third one, at least on a short trip here. And then, of course, you've got this space back here too. Not massive by any means, but it's still decent enough to get some stuff around. And doesn't look like this middle part comes down. Nope, just this 60/40 folding seat, so no center console here. So you won't be taking this on any ski trips unless you get roof racks. But up here in the front, it's not at all bad. It doesn't feel, all that cheaper plastic or anything for the price point here. Some interesting startup sounds. So let's see, we're at 194 miles of range, and it looks like we're probably around it looks like a little over 75%, so maybe 80 or so. So definitely decent range here. I think it's 240 is the maximum estimated range. We've got some bunch of actual physical buttons here for the gear selection, which is interesting. A lot of piano black here, fingerprints galore, cup holders, little tiny console space here, so center armrest console space here, and you are very close to the passenger, I would say, but not horrible. A nice big screen here. Get that back on. Looks like we actually have some physical buttons here, which is nice, probably for our climate and media controls. And here we go. So wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto supported, at least for now, until Chevy removes those, which they've already said that they're going to. They haven't announced exactly when that's going to happen here in the Bolt, but some of the newer cars coming out, like the Blazer, will ship without that. But you can see here, we've got very capable entertainment screen here. And I also have an absolute ton of headroom here, even without a sunroof or anything. So definitely very nice up here in the front. But you can see here just, it's not like it's cramped, but very close to the passenger here. Very narrow car, which is weird to say after sitting in so many SUVs in the electric world. We've got glove box space here. And yeah, that's what it looks like here on the inside. It looks like wireless charging pad up here, and we've got a USB-A and USB-C port here, recessed all the way in. And these are outlets for charging too. All right, so one of the downsides here with the Bolt, of course, is the charging. So the maximum speed it supports is 55 kilowatt charging. So you're not going to be doing any massively quick road trips here. but for a small battery size, it's probably going to be comparable charging times to other EVs. And because this is a smaller, lighter, fairly efficient EV, you won't be charging quite as often. Now, fascinating thing here is that it has not only heated but also ventilated seats here, which in a car at this price point are quite a nice inclusion. A lot of much more expensive cars, kind of in the $50,000 and $60,000 range of EVs, don't even include that. All right, and here for comparison's sake is the Bolt EUV, which is the larger variant, which is their compact utility variant. And you can see here you've got roof racks already mounted and this moon roof, which is retractable. So same overall like feature set and charging and everything here. 210 miles of estimated range. You can see everything else about the interior here is exactly the same. Nice seats in this one. I like the little like yellow accents on the stitching. But yeah, heated and ventilated seats in this one as well, which is nice. And say, a little bit more room here in the back for the passengers. Not a tremendous amount, but not bad. And then you have a fully retractable sunroof, which is not powered on right now. And let's take a look in the trunk. And here in the trunk, decent amount of space. With the seats down, you could fit a decent amount of things in here, but also a 60-40 split, so nothing going down the middle. Not a massive trunk by any means. Quite a bit of under floor storage here, which is nice. All right, yeah, and manual trunk. All right, yeah, that's the Chevy Bolt. All right, well, that's our first look at the Chevy Bolt EUV and the regular Chevy Bolt here at the auto show. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at those. If you did, please do like and subscribe to the channel for a ton more EV stuff coming your way. With that, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you out there on the road.